it is. It's your girl Serena back with another video. Hey! I know. Before you beat me up, I feel like the most important thing to me until I get my degree is to focus on school. So when school gets very stressful, I have to put the channel aside. But today is a commentary video, and I haven't done one of these in a long time. I think the last time that I did this was my Dance Moms video, which you guys should go check that out because this one is my favorite show ever, like, to be created. So that video did so well. You guys really liked it, liked what I had to say. We were having discussions in the comments, and that's sort of the vibe that I want to bring here. As you guys know, as you guys probably seen, if you're not on social media, then you probably don't know what's going on. But basically, guys, Love Island has taken over social media like never before. Twitter is blowing up about Love Island USA season 7. And me, I have such unpopular opinions. People don't like me because of their opinions. And that's just like, you know, I feel like there's things that I'll say that other people aren't clocking or addressing. So Love Island finishes this Sunday. I don't know when this video is coming out, but today is 7-Eleven. Get your free Slurpees. But I feel like it's so needed for me to talk about this, and I've been holding it off. Now, before we get into it, I'm gonna just do a little disclaimer because I've seen a lot of people giving their comments that aren't older fans, OG fans, and I'm here to tell you I've been watching Love Island since season 1. 2019, I've been watching since 2019. In high school, was watching. I know how Love Island works. I've been seeing the seasons, and I watched a little bit of UK before. You have a vet talking to you about things that need to be addressed. So without further ado, here is my opinions with what's wrong with Love Island season 7. There's multiple things that need to be discussed. Bombshells, the racism within this season, the just like allegations coming out, slurs, like the background checks, production, just cast members that are casted, weirdness. This season, I don't care what nobody says, was the worst season. I don't like Love Island becoming a show that's like Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have shows for that where it's just for drama, not for love. Love and hip hop, not for love, just for hip hop. In the behind the scenes of hip hop artists or upcoming hip hop artists. That's when you go on Love Island, you're going to find love. Sort of like Bachelorette, sort of like Bachelor Nation, like that type of thing. Where you're going on a show for that. Now, a perk is that you do win $100,000. But the purpose of the show is not to win $100,000. I think that people keep on thinking this is traders, this is challengers, this is survivor. This is not survivor of the fittest. This is survivor of the best couple, what the connection is. Like, I'm seeing couples that are being voted out that are like, it's sort of non-negotiable if it makes it. To me, I feel like there's multiple couples that were voted off, or just individuals that would be voted off. And that's another thing. I think when we think of Love Island, we have to think of it as a couples show. So when you couple up, you're not just voting for one individual person, you're voting for the couple. So you're voting one of the people that are in a strong couple off. Doesn't make sense to me. Love Island premieres every day besides Wednesday. Don't come here with the After Sun hatred because it's not tolerated here. The After Sun really gives definitions and behind the scenes of what happens in the villa, so context to things that we don't see during the week, things that didn't make the cut, which that's just a whole nother thing in itself. Just why isn't production putting in these things that really connect the dots? But besides the point, there was unseen bits before where it's just like 45 minutes of unseen clips that weren't put in, and it was like, just like, it wasn't like, okay, this is one little part, this is one little part, and there wasn't any narrator. It was just like, oh, just like what a day in the villa is without the editing. I missed that. I do like the little talk show type of thing, but I really do miss Unseen Bits, because that clocked the tea so bad. Let's get into the characters and my opinions of them and my problems with them, okay? So we have Shelly, very pretty. She's so pretty. But I feel like that whole couple with her coupling up with Ace is so problematic. When you come on Love Island, you're coming for new connections. You're coming to explore strangers. Once Shelly and Ace already established that they met each other, not only met each other but texted each other on Instagram, that's not a real couple. And in my head, it reminds me of something. But I'm gonna come back. It reminds me of Bad Girls Club. And if you already know what I'm about to say, you know. You are a reality TV girl and you get me on ways that nobody else is gonna get us. But all I'm gonna say is Zion and Olivia with the sister season of Bad Girls Club, that's what Shelly and Ace are giving me. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get further into it later. I feel like with her, it was very wishy-washy. Like, Shelly is not one of my favorites. I don't care. I feel like a lot of people just like her because she's black. And for me, skin folk don't mean kinfolk. So you could be black all you want to, but if that soul is nasty, I don't like it. I don't like how when it was pinned up in a situation, and y'all about to hate me, I don't care. I'm not arguing with nobody in the comments, so. But with the whole Huda situation and her and Huda getting into an argument with each other about Chris, I feel like that whole argument was so dumb, because it was just like, we're on Love Island, and I think that that was a problem with this season. It's the fact that nobody is exploring options. Why are we on Love Island, a show that's made for exploring options, and you're not exploring options? Quickly. Okay. So I feel like Shelly was in the beginning just very blah. Like, I don't know, like she was just there. I feel like a lot of other people, they were like, oh, like Shelly's my favorite, Shelly's my favorite. I don't feel like Shelly gave me anything. Personally, I don't think that I got anything from her. I think that everybody was in search for like another Serena of this season, and I don't look at the next season looking for what happened last season, you know? So everybody's their own individual person. I feel like there's like having her be compared to like Serena and Cordell and like that whole thing is just, it's a little irritating to me, because I feel like black girls can be their own individuals, and I don't feel like we're getting that this season. I'm seeing a lot of PPG references. I'm seeing a lot of things that are like they're their own people, and let them be that, you know? I don't really have much to say on Shelly. I just didn't like the whole thing of her like trying to come for Huda, because at the end of the day, like, Huda didn't do anything wrong in that situation. You're mad at Huda for shaking and twerking her butt on your man, but your man was grabbing her butt and liking what was going on. But you weren't just that, like, the anger was not matched. Like, the anger towards Huda was not matched to the anger towards Ace. Like, Huda and Shelly's anger up here, and Ace just trailed away. And it sort of reminds me of like how manipulative Ace, and we'll get into him later, how manipulative Ace is, because remember when he was coupled up with Amaya and Shelly got into it? I just find it funny how every time that somebody couples up with Ace, they always end up in an argument. Just me. Okay, I'm gonna do Alandria. Alandria is gorgeous. Like, Alandria is gorgeous. I just feel like, wow. Like, I don't know if she would be my top 3. I feel like I don't have any favorite Islanders, honestly. Just because, like, I feel like the way that people act in every episode, if that's the case, then, like, I don't think that she got the same level of reaction as Huda got for the crash out that she did towards Taylor. And that's another thing. I think that people think because they're not as explosive as Huda, and it's like a double-edged sword with that. Like, oh, black girls can't react. We can't do this because we're going to get the angry black girl. Very true. We're going to get the angry black girl edit. Okay. But you can't say that the reactions inside the head weren't.
For testing our connection. The shit sucks, but yeah. I feel like me and Taylor have truly tested our connection in every which way possible.
He is a part of my life. I know it's killing you inside. Me and Taylor's connection is very, very real for me. I don't like that it's being called a test, but at the end of the day, although Alandria has had more time with Taylor, if we were given that amount of time, it could only be stronger.
I'm just gonna be so confident what me and Taylor have and to continue to nurture our...
Like, girl, just because Taylor didn't like you, boo-boo, like, I just see, like, Delulu. And you know what? We all have our Delulu self in it. And it doesn't make me hate Alandria. I don't hate anybody on this cast. I really just feel like it was sad. Like, this man is showing you through his energy. Ace keeps on having to tell this man to do something and try to do something for you. That should already say, if the man is not doing nothing for you, then I just feel like, why are you with him? He's showing you he doesn't want you. He did more for Clark in 24 hours than he did for Alandria. Alandria is spreading business because then she was talking about girl's girl, but now she's coupled up with Nick, like, coupled up with Nick twice. Okay? Kissing your besties, man, like, I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't be talking about girls girl either. This is not girls girl island. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, oh, if we talking about girls and all this other stuff, babes, let's run the tape back. Let's run the tape back. Because, like, it was like right message, wrong sender, you know? Like, Alandria is so pretty, and I feel like she gets away with a lot because she is pretty, but she is gorgeous, and I feel like the show is heavily edited. You don't see the full story, if that makes any sense. An hour out of the 24 hours that they film, not even really 24 hours because sometimes they're sleeping, but I feel like we don't know the full story, so I'm not going to judge fully, you know? We have, this is OG cast, by the way. Then we have Bella. Bella was short-lived. I feel like she thought this was Christian Mingle, and it's not. I feel like if you are a devout Orthodox Christian, these are not the shows that you're not gonna find your godly man. And I think I really was just talking to my mom about this, because it's like, people go on these dating shows thinking that they're gonna find this man of God, and you know maybe God does place there, but I feel like on a show that's surrounded by lust, I don't know, like, I just feel like this was not the show for her, and this was not the villa for her, just based off of personality types that I've seen. So, also seen that she wrote this thing about unfollowing Sierra, which, girl, I don't think anybody really cared to hear what she had to say, I'm not gonna lie. But girl, I don't know. Like, there's not really much to say. She got kicked off first. Ylysa, you know, we can make a whole video on that. Still going. She's just still going. Like, apologize. You said you shouldn't have said it in that contact, and now you retracted your statement on TikTok Live. Have a good day. Don't come to me on this page with no hood of slander. I don't care. Y'all be calling people hood rats or hood rats, or whatever the hell y'all be calling them. I just feel like this whole thing just showed me that y'all are not really this big mental health advocate that y'all preach that y'all are. Y'all don't care about mental health. Y'all don't care about mental health. Y'all don't care about somebody having anxiety. Y'all don't care about somebody crash. Like, come on. Y'all just love to say things. Oh, and it's the fact that, like, she is not receiving any grace in this situation as much as other people are. She apologized to Iris for calling her a B. She apologized to Amaya. Her and Amaya are close. So now I'm confused. Like I said, y'all like to, this parasocial type of thing with all of them. Parasocial with Alandria, acting like that's your sister. That's not your sis. That's not your sis. She doesn't know you. When she gets out the villa, she's still not going to know you. She's still not going to know you. These people are not going to be like, dang, Serena's video, they know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we need to touch grass, because the things that are being said about her, the attacks on the family, I feel like all of that just got to go. Like, it was just never that deep. It was never that deep. And I think that we're like comparing the severity to what she went through to Alandria and Shelly, and I feel like for all of them, none of them should have been going through name calling. None of them should be going through their family being threatened. None of them should be going through, like, touch grass. This is a television show. Let's touch grass. But I do think, from what I'm hearing, CPS was called on Huda's child. The baby father says something. The friends are saying stuff. All of that. So it's, in my opinion, I just feel like that's atrocious. Like, that's nasty. Like, behavior just because she's crashing out on a villa that you're not even in. You're not in Fiji. You're not in Fiji. So now what? I feel like Huda's crash out is what a lot of y'all do behind closed doors to your friends, but then when you see it on television, it triggers you because you know that that's how you act. Just saying. I feel like I give Huda grace because even Jeremiah says that they both played a role. So Jeremiah admits that he played a role in her crashing out and her acting the way that she did, but you guys are still not going to give her grace. Okay, but then it's support women, but then it's the feminists, then it's this, that, and the other, but you don't support all women. Okay, I'm seeing people talk negatively about Huda and her ethnicity, and y'all know what's going on between that. I'm not even finna get too much into that. And y'all talk about her family needs to be bombed. That's crazy. That's nuts. Like, that's nuts. So, like, y'all are talking about her crashing out and how she's acting. Y'all need to be locked up in a straitjacket and put up in the padded walls. Because what are we talking about? Now we can get into Ace. I feel like there's this anger and temper that he has in his system that's just not giving. Like, I feel like the way that he came off, he says that he's not insecure about his height, which there's nothing wrong with a short king, okay? But you say that you're not insecure about your height, but then you'll vote off Jeremiah, and you'll say things about Jeremiah, and your whole personality is Jeremiah. Ace really just doesn't hold no weight, and I don't feel like I need to say too much about him. Taylor was so boring in the beginning, and beat me up if you want to, but I think it was because he didn't like Alandria. It was giving boring. I wanted to skip over his part. It was just giving blah. Like, what? Seeing him with Clark, it made me feel like happy to see him actually like be himself. I don't know, like there was just little things where it's like, it's very cute. It's very, 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 very cute. I don't like the fact that when Jaylen came on to the villa, how Taylor was like feeling threatened or whatever, because you shouldn't feel threatened if you didn't like this girl. But I digress. Austin. Now, we know that he's a Trumpy or whatever. I just feel like politics, I feel like that's just a big thing. Like, Austin, you can like Trump all you want to. I feel like he was really just a chill, like, like, you know, the people from the 70s, the peace war, like, protesters, like peace, no war type things. Yeah, he gave me that, like, very woo-saw, very, you know, and he clocked it when he said that Ace likes to be a ringleader. Clock it. I liked Austin, but he didn't really have any connection there, and I feel like he should have been voted off. He been voted off very quick. Jeremiah, I don't really have too much to say about him. Like, I really thought I did, but I don't really have too much to say about Jeremiah because, honestly, I just feel like his whole thing was Huda. And he did play a part in him messing up his own Love Island thing. Adrina, I feel like when it came to that, like, he was still on Huda. Like, it was never, like, I feel like everybody trying to make it seem like, oh, Huda was just, like, only on Jeremiah. I'm telling you right now, there are some girls that will not engage with a man once he says no. Nicholas, oh my gosh, this little boy, he don't know what he want in life. He doesn't. And right now he's with Alandria because he wants to wee-oo. And I feel like there's like nothing genuine with him. Don't care. Like, you were with Bella, you didn't like her. Then you switched to Sierra, you didn't like her. Then you switch with then you switch to Alandria and you like her physically, because that's really all it is, a physical connection. You're trying to get in your pants. Gonna get into bombshells. Hannah, I feel like Hannah went out too soon and Amaya should have left earlier. I feel like Amaya should have left that time when it was between Hannah Iris and Amaya. I feel like Amaya should have left because she did not have a connection, and that's the whole point of Love Island. You had people with strong connections. Anything you could have kicked off Iris. TJ and Iris just got coupled up. So if you really wanted Amaya to do that, that's what I'm saying. Everything on this show is so tactical, and it's not a tactical show. It's not tactical. We're not coming here for no $100,000. But Hannah, I feel like Hannah should have stayed longer. Hannah was with Charlie. Charlie got voted off. Then she still explored a connection with Pepe and films a good connection with Pepe, and then gets kicked off. Okay, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so dumb. Amaya, I feel so bad for her experience here, because at the end of the day, like, she is very, very notable, and she has a big heart, and I love that. And I like the way that she, like, just goes about being herself. She's very poetic also.
I never said I was perfect. I never said I didn't have any flaws. But at least I'm pretty, and at least I'm a little funny, and at least I'm my own best friend. You fucking take me as you motherfucking take me. This is who the fuck I am.
Will always just be remembered low-key. My mom says that she cries a lot. I don't know. I feel like she does cry a lot, and she's always crying. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Amaya, I don't even know. She's coupled up with Brian. I hope that it actually works out well, but there's just nothing for me to really say about her. I feel like the things that she did with Ace, I feel bad that she even had to be coupled up with that man. I feel bad that she was coupled up with Austin and coupled up with Zach, because Zach, them veneers, you should not be speaking. He would have, like, I'm not gonna lie, some of these people have balls to be talking like that. Like that. Okay. Jaylen is so sweet. Like, I genuinely, I don't know, I feel like his personality outweighed his looks, because in the villa I didn't find him attractive. I also think them cameras is just not doing people justice at all, because Vanna, she did not look at her top tier to be top. Jaylen, I feel bad for him, because Alandria didn't know what she would want. She was so, like, head over heels over Taylor that she didn't even fully, like, give Jaylen a chance to show himself, you know? Like, I don't know, I just feel like he was her type to a T, with the personality that she described that she wants. Like a cowboy, you want a cowboy, you want this and the other. Yeah, okay. Like, I don't think that that's what you want. I think that she also just, like, wants comfort. Pepe, bro, just humping and chunking whatever he can. Like, Charlie, short-lived. He was cool. What him and Hannah had, it was very cute, and I felt so bad that he got voted off immediately after the conversation that he had with Hannah. I don't wish that on anybody. That was just so sad. I'm gonna get into my unpopular opinions first, and then we're gonna go into Casa Amor. Okay. One, a problem I have with this season is the fans. Stop viewing these people's accounts. You don't like them? Why are you spending so much time trying to dig to find something? Why? I have never seen so many people devoted to viewing to see if somebody said a slur. Yo, when they did the hood, when they try to say that the hood said the N-word, yo, like, my mind, cancel the show. Cancel the show, because there's just no reason why you should be going this hard for people that you don't know. Like, I just don't understand. The fans in their parasocial relationships, dang, you would have thought this show had Beyonce in it. Like, I just feel like, what was the point? Like, what was the point? What's the point? What did you get from it? Lying on people's names. Anyways, unpopular opinion number 2. Alandria is forced.
You need to leave.
Alandria is forced. Like, y'all cannot tell me it's not forced. It's forced. It's forced. Alandria wanted to pick Nick, she would have. I feel like now she's just trying to be in the villa. Nick is trying to stay in the villa because Sierra left. We all know why. I feel like the fact that this is only happening because the fans literally like was peer pressuring production to get it going. Like, I just feel like no. In the beginning I feel like there could have been something genuine, but the fact that they both were already like, you know, no, I don't really, well, I feel like Nick liked her, but Alandria was so focused on Taylor that made Nick be like, all right, like, you know, do your thing. And I didn't really feel a spark. Y'all felt a spark. I don't care. Like, y'all felt a spark because the way y'all kissing now, y'all felt a spark. I don't care, yo. I don't care. I still feel like it's forced. Like, having the fans play matchmaker, I think one of the biggest problems was the fan interaction, the fans. Because having the fans play matchmaker when their relationships suck. Who asked for it? Because I didn't. Like, I do remember like voting for like not even 5 times. Like, I voted a couple times, but it wasn't a lot, and it wasn't like, oh, like, who should such and such couple with. No, I think that's what caused like a big thing, like this whole Hurricane Huda type thing. I feel like that was the fans doing, because Huda herself probably would not have wanted to act this way if we asked her. But that's just me, that's my tea, you know. So they think that this is a game show instead of reality love television type thing. We're so focused on this 100K cash prize, and I'm not gonna lie, every other season that I watched, I forgot that they even won 100K because it was just so focused on genuine connections. And I feel like right now it's focused on the drama aspect, and that's just really, really sad. The purpose is to have your favorite connections, not your favorite islander. And I feel like we're voting off of individuality right now, and it's not, that's not how Love Island's supposed to work, okay? People are getting hate for being coupled up with each other. Like, Clark is getting hate because she coupled up with Taylor, and now she got voted off because she just caught a stray. That's weird, yo. That's weird. Because you don't like him, that's why he needs to go. After Sun is not as bad as y'all make it seem. I think that the new fans are just upset because they can't stalk people's lives for another 40 minutes or so on a Saturday, and instead they're getting After Sun so that the production can basically tell them touch grass. Something more sucked. I don't like that everybody came back to the villa and then they did that little whiteboard thing. Y'all know that y'all don't have enough beds to be playing around like this, so why are we playing in these islanders' faces? I just having them sleep on cots. That's sick. That's sick. Another problem I had with this season, the challenges. Nasty, yo. Like, I don't know what happened in season 6 and what's going on in season 7, but last season all I remember is that nasty 4th of July hot dog challenge made me throw up in my mouth. And this season with the milk, you're nasty. Why would I want somebody to spit and regurgitate the milk that just went down their throat and then take it in a bucket? I don't know now. I don't know if they necessarily threw it on each other, but that's what I'm hearing. Okay, I don't think that they threw the milk that they spit into the bucket and then threw it on a person, because that would really be some trifling stuff that's really nasty, yo. Like, I just don't think people understand. That's really, very, 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 very nasty. Okay. The mail challenge, I feel like they replaced that with the Twitter challenge that they did last season, because honestly I feel like the fans were so disgusting, like to the point where they had to send a message on the actual show to get like it to sort of stop, but it didn't stop because we're in preteen territory now. Like, I don't know, like, we're in preteen territory. A show that was 18 up is now like 12 and up. Like, no. Another problem was just casting. Like, why are there so many people here that are using slurs? Why is there so many people that we're like doing background checks for, and now you have to magically kick them off the villa? Double standard between Alandria and Shelly with Hood versus Huda. Like I said earlier, I feel like Shelly and Alandria, they're allowed to do certain things because they're black, and the population of people that are watching the show are black women, black men, people like that. And I think that we need to get out of this mentality of victimhood. I can support my community and also hold them accountable. I know, crazy, right, guys? That's so crazy. I can support my community, but I could also hold them accountable. Imagine that, yo. And I'm also just not the type to like hold a mistake over their head. Because when Alandria screams and it's like, I did everything for this man, da 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 da, then it's, oh yes, a black woman is being tormented, da 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 da. Let her go ahead and do that. Now it's, oh, she's over here crashing out and that's why everybody's drained and da 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 da. I'm not saying that her actions were right, because they're not. I don't think anybody should act like that. I don't think anybody should be draining other people's energy. But as somebody who has seen, not only seen, but also been the person to crash out, I feel like grace needs to be given. Because after she actually took in the experience of Love Island and tried to form a connection, so I just feel like y'all just hate her. I don't know how I get. Jesus had gave a lot of grace, so y'all better get yourself together, because y'all holding on to stuff from 2 weeks ago. I can only imagine people in your real life. Hurricane Huda was so sad to see, because I feel like this was a way of forcing a woman to crash out and then getting mad at her reaction. And with this whole prevalence of I'm a feminist, I'm a feminist, I'm a feminist, this did not give feminism or feminist movement, because you guys voted like that not because you thought that Iris and Jeremiah actually should, because if you knew how they talk to each other, you would know that they're not a good couple. In spite, because you wanted to see her to crash out. I don't really care. Everybody else can lie and say that they didn't, but whatever. Going back to casting again, Sierra, it's almost the end, and Sierra got caught saying an Asian slur, and I feel like that is crazy, because these are not words that should be coming out of your mouth. And I just feel like we have some growing to do, you know? We have some growing to do. The problem I had this season was editing. I don't know who is using y'all editing, but there's no reason why I should be able to tell that these are from 2 different days. I.e. Clark, and when people were saying that she was making facial expressions but she has a whole new bathing suit on. Or when Adriana was saying that Huda was slamming desks but she really wasn't. Or when they were talking about something and if you look in the mirror in the back, you'll be able to see that they didn't even say anything. But okay. Go on. Coco should have been there. Clark should have been stayed. And like, I just feel like it's just not given. Like Clark's facial makeup ate down. She ate that. And she seems so nice. And I feel like that's like a girl that I would hang out with like outside of the villa. Like I would hang out with her. Like I feel like I have friends just like Clark, for real, like just chilling. And I think that a lot of people are saying she doesn't like Taylor. God forbid a girl is not overly emotional or like overly expressive. Like I don't know why you feel like she needs to show the world that she likes Taylor. There you go. She kicked off with Taylor and they're still together. So now what? This show is really just a dumpster fire, and I don't really care who wins this time, because I stopped watching the last 3 episodes. That's how bad it got for me. We need to touch grass, get in touch with reality, and realize that these shows are just for our enjoyment, and not to come in and destroy things that were nice for other people, you know? Let me know y'all opinions down below, how y'all feel about Taylor and Clark, and not even Taylor and Clark. Let me know how y'all feel about season 7. Talk about production, talk about the cast, talk about everything. This was really all over the place, but this is the best that I could really do for you guys, because I don't really know how to like say it without people attacking me, and I don't really have time to be arguing with people. But make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. What are you doing? But yeah.